Yo, what up? It is your boy Wax Groove TV, man, and we back at it. You know what I mean? Another podcast. Make sure you check us out all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube. All the YouTube listeners, man, make sure y'all smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Share this video, comment on the video, man. Let us know we're doing a good job. If you haven't copped your merch already, please do. You know, you're only going to help us get bigger and better. Just better. Get the gear right. You know what I mean? Do what we got to do. But thank you. Nothing but peace and love. Word. So, per usual, I'm going to go to the right this time. I got the light skin homie, one and only.
Mr. DC YOP. Hopefully, your mama like me.
And to the left...
It's Mr. Man who'll leave you out of breath, man. It's that one there. You already know how I play, man. Got nothing else to say.
Another quick little tidbit, man. We started a playlist on Apple Music.
Nigga gonna mess up my whole phone.
Make sure you follow us at Wax718. Look under, it'll be under Editor's Choice. So, you know, weekly we're gonna throw some songs in there. Whatever we feeling, you'll be able to find that in there. And then I'll also link I'll put a link in the description so you can grab it that way too. Make sure y'all follow me on there as well. Can you guys do that on Tidal?
What's that? What?
Like create a playlist that you can share with everybody, or like have everybody.
Yeah, you
not,
can. I've never done it though.
Oh.
You know, I'm stingy. I like to keep all my playlists to myself. But yo, you know what? Yo, I got some fire playlists on Tidal too though. But yeah, you can do that.
I ain't even created a playlist yet, but you know.
Well, shit, we got one on Apple Music at Wax718. Like I said, weekly we're gonna add bangers in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, where do y'all want to start?
Y'all don't want me to start, man. Y'all know I go all night. Don't let me start.
Listen, ton of good music, but let's start with the news, man. Let's start there. So Benny, March 19th, Plugs I Met 2, him and Fraudy linked up on this one.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I feel like Fraudy's gonna fit Benny's style more than like Hit Boy did on that last album.
I agree.
So I'm ready for this. Plugs I Met was dope. So there is an expectation set, but you know him and Benny does his thing, Fraudy does his thing. So I feel like it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to it. We already know Benny's caliber. We know Harry's caliber as well. You know, I'm a hater. Like I said in the last podcast, I ain't really like the project that he did with Jimmy, but whatever. He could always rekindle himself with this one. So I'm excited. Let's get it, Benny. Let's get it, Fraud.
How you feeling, Brother Black, about it?
No, I think this is gonna be a very amazing project. Do I think it's gonna live up to the expectations? I don't know.
You don't know? Wait and see.
Plugs I Met was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Plugs I Met is a
obviously I'm gonna
blueprint.
have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? But definitely like Harry. I was okay with him and Jimmy's joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a fan of him and Currency together. But you know what I'm saying? Benny, that will shine as well. So may that do that and time prevail. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
What do y'all expected for features on there?
I think I don't think he should have any features.
I like that.
Come back hard body with, you know, Plugs I Met Part 2, no features.
I like
J. Cole, that whole shit.
I ain't mad at it.
But I feel there's gonna be like a lot more like
Established artists?
yeah.
Well,
In the commercial realm?
I'm sure he'll have his camp on it. Him and whatchamacallit? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a solid project, man. Like we already when you already know somebody's like catalog and you know caliber, what they gonna bring, it's like, come on, man. What more can we say?
This is true.
Just get excited about it.
I mean, just the only thing what I really like is the different element in terms of doing it with Harry Fraud. You know what I mean? The front to back, the one producer projects, they just happen to be some of my favorites usually. So that's what excites me the most about it. Like you said though, or started to allude towards, I feel like, you know, his regular camp, but then I feel like he's gonna have more of those Hollywood features on there.
Yeah. Like I don't know, you know who one that I feel is gonna be on it? Wale.
Yo, you know who I was just thinking? Honestly, I feel like Ross is gonna be on there. I feel like a Ross and Benny track is overdue.
No, they all be on the same track.
Listen, man. I know you don't really rock with Ross like that, but bruh, if he put, yeah.
No, I like Ross. I'm late to the Ross party. But
If he puts Ross on this project, just know, they gonna be going bar for bar. Dead ass, and I'm leaving it at that.
Damn, that makes me think we need a Ross and Harry Fraud project too. Yo, cause you know Ross is ear for beats, or Ross and a Harry Fraud front to back. Oh my.
Play with Ross when it comes to these beats. Yo, don't. Everybody need to stop sleeping on Ross, man.
Mic out of your hands.
Stop. Stop sleeping on. Yo, when Ross get to talking his talk, just know, Ross could talk that coke talk too, though. Don't play with Ross when it come to that coke talk.
That's what I'm saying, but over a fraud beat, that'd be a problem. I'm not even gonna knock it.
I could hear SP and Benny over a fraud beat too.
Oh yeah,
That'd be fire. Shout
out to SP.
Word. So, somebody tweeted on Twitter, and I had to screenshot this. Who's currently spitting better than anybody on this list? So they got Conway, Rome Streets, Ransom, Rock Marcy, 38 Special, Shay Noir.
Goodness gracious, that's a good ass list.
So you guys agree with that?
I mean,
It's a good list.
Yeah. But you could probably add people too.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you can add, but there's nothing you can
Nah, you can't take away.
Exactly. I agree.
Yo, but looking at that, just imagine like one of them old school 6-7 minute tracks with all these people on it.
Would be bananas.
That's why I like when West be doing it.
Yeah.
Not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Them
It's an old
joints be
Wu
fire.
record, you know what I mean? 6-7 minutes long.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky brought that shit back too. He was doing
Oh, with
that.
the One Train joint?
Oh, we forgot too. We forgot not to cut y'all off. Speaking of West, he's dropping the Hitler Hermes 8. Yeah.
He is coming with that.
Yeah, you're right. Cool.
Yeah, there was some other news
I heard some samples off of it, you know.
in regards to West Side. That I'm not remembering at the moment. So, partially distracted. We got the
Service was dope.
the service is gracious.
Way it came
Definitely
out,
not
like-
knocking it.
God
I
damn.
think that project gonna be fire though. I think it's gonna be fire.
Word.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know if I
Crazy that
said
he's already up to 8.
that is
All
crazy.
right, so let me
too.
ask you this then. Looking at this list, right? Let's take it to a versus scenario for a second. You got Conway. You know what? You got Conway and 38 Special first round. What song you throwing out there for Conway? What song you throwing out there for 38 Special first round? First record.
Dude, I can't even answer that, man.
Yeah.
This is too hard.
Remember, we talked about this though. The whole underground verses, and the West mentioned that he wanted to do that. That's hard. That's very hard. That's why I mentioned it.
That's why they do it themselves, I think, because they should know their catalog.
But the underground, the spitters need this, yo. The
I
spitters need
definitely
this.
agree. This
Could
shit
you
would be
imagine?
dope.
Or even
But for
like,
us to do it right here, point out some tracks, that shit is hard, because then you gonna go.
so you say we got to write this out in advance?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I couldn't put a.
Just imagine Willie versus Rock.
I know.
That'd be a smooth
It's
evening.
crazy too, because I've been listening to like a lot of their tracks they got together.
Their
I
chemistry is
love it.
amazing.
Like Durban Poison, fucking Bomb.
24 hours.
24 hours, yo. It keeps going on and on. It should be dope.
It'd be smacking.
And action and fucking rock. Oh my god.
I said this before, yo. Rock brings out the best in action. Rock and Willie. And then remember, the three of them got a track together. They got a few. It was called like Vintage something. I can't remember, which is the one I'm thinking of, but it was produced by Alchemist. But I feel like they need to do an album together. The three of them with either Alchemist. You can get away with Alchemist, Derringer, or Harry Fraud on the production. I feel like it'd be bananas.
I don't want them emailing no shit either. All get your asses in the studio together.
Lock in one good time.
So
right?
so it's authentic. It's
I would
more
want an Al joint with it.
like
To be totally honest, in the beginning, we rock with Al, and then maybe go to Harry.
Al got the best chemistry with all of them, I think, too. And I feel like it will push rock because Al uses he back and forth between drums, no drums, loops. You know what I mean? Getting funky.
V-Don in there too.
Yeah. V-Don brings out the best in a lot of dudes as well. What'd you guys think of that joint I sent y'all about Bobby Shmurda?
oh man, I thought it was actual factual, man. Don't get me started.
No, I think we should dive into this.
Let me see.
Don't get me started.
So when I read it, I
Hold on, read it off to the viewers that's on YouTube, and read it off to the listeners that's listening to us on Apple, Spotify. Go ahead, read that off so they know what we're talking about. Then I'm gonna go in on my old man's antics.
Is it really old man antics or just looking at it from a different viewpoint at a different point in your life?
Well, true. Yeah, exactly.
You want to read it to the people?
So we just gonna watch you read it to yourself, huh?
It'll take a whole 3.5 minutes to
Yo,
get it.
that ass, I was tuned. Y'all niggas was tuned
All
out
right,
too.
so-
I just heard a bunch of background noise. I'm thinking these niggas talking to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
So this is Real Choke No Joke posted this. He goes, at Real Bobby Shmurda GS9. Bobby, don't let these niggas start pimping out your image, my nigga. You are not a model for Rock Nation, Dream Chasers, or All Money In. These niggas throwing a bunch of brands on your image, and you are not signed to all three, are you? Make these fuck niggas give you an endorsement check. Look how they doing this young nigga already. Don't fault Bobby because he thinks it's love. Y'all blood-sucking motherfuckers, y'all better hope I don't get Bobby Shmurda ear. I will make him charge y'all bitches out the ass for putting all these brands in a picture like he's some label whore.
All right.
So, I totally agree with that. I'm gonna let you go on, but let me throw this out there first.
Yeah.
I remember before he went in, there was a video of him like on a table in the label, like maybe he was in an executive, right? When he first got on, and him jumping on the tables. Right, and jumping on the tables and performing and all that stuff. And that shit didn't sit well with me then. But when I read this, I was just like, wow. So I'm going to let you take it over, and then I want to get your thoughts on this too, Steph.
All right.
Esteban.
All right. First things first.
See.
If you guys are watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to it on your streaming platforms, if you don't know who Choke No Joke is, Choke No Joke used to be a part of The Rock. All right, he used to go around. He used to film, any and everything that The Rock was doing. But somehow, some way, when everybody split, he went his own ways and everybody else went their separate ways. And since then, he's been on this anti-Rock, Rockefeller fucking, excuse my language, campaign. He kind of sounds like a hater at times, but then he drops stuff like this that makes you think and puts everything into proper perspective. I just wanted to get that out the way. And it kind of at times it sounds like he's bitter because he never made it to the level where that everybody else made it to, that was underneath The Rock at the time. All right. So now I say all that to say this. This post though, he does have a point, because if it was anybody else, if it was Hove, if it was Dame, if it was Bleak, if it was anybody else that's under that Rock Nation lineage right now, they are not going to promote anything outside their own personal brand unless you cut them a check. And that's just business. That's business. So he's pretty much trying to say, okay, they're exploiting this young man. He went to jail for 6 years with his man. And you guys are throwing all these branding, all this merch and stuff in front of him to make it look like he's associated with these brands, but he's really not, because there's no paperwork. There's nothing that's been signed and sealed saying, hey, listen, I'm promoting this brand. Now, that's from the outside looking in, because we only see a photo. We don't know if he sat down with these individual companies and actually signed anything, but most likely, I don't think he did, because he literally just got out of prison 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, It ain't even been
You know
a
what I'm saying? So it does kind of look, and I always hated that too. I hate that so much. I hate that. Y'all about to start making me cuss, bruh, because I'm getting emotional right now. It's always some big ass celebration when somebody come out of jail. How you celebrating people coming out of jail? They went to jail for a reason, goddamn it. You ain't even gonna celebrate your family members that graduated from high school or college, man. Knock that shit off, man. Y'all ain't throwing them no parties. Knock it off. It's crazy. So I kind of felt, choke, no joke, when he did post this, because I'm like, yo, you know what, man? Even though he sound like a hater at times, right here, he's spitting some real shit. Like,
I don't feel like he was a hater saying that, though. I feel like that's all fact.
I'm gonna say,
because anybody that got any type of influence on the culture is not gonna promote anything unless they getting paid for it.
Definite.
I remember, yo.
I just want to say this real quick.
Go ahead, say it.
Definitely
I told
agree
y'all don't
with
give me the mic.
Definitely agree with everything you're saying. But damn, always the pimps.
I told y'all don't give me the mic.
Go ahead, I don't know. The red button?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Stepan. What you
Nah,
got to say?
definitely. Like I was gonna say, definitely agree with pretty much a majority of the shit you were saying. But I did watch some like choke no joke videos back, maybe like a year ago or whatnot. Home has some pointers within where he was going, you know what I'm saying? So I can't call him like no complete hater and how he felt with that whole Rock situation. But
so he felt like he got jerked out of the Rock situation.
Something like that. And like some points, like I can't pinpoint it exactly. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just remember me feeling like, yo, Home got some points to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming from. That could be the duality in me, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
But exactly like what you were saying, and you mean from just reading this, it feels exactly down that lane. Home, this is exactly what's happening right now. That's what it seems like. Definitely if they ain't cutting Home no check.
I feel like our people too. I feel like
I wanted to ask you too.
We're cool with
what you feel about how Quavo did him.
I don't like that either. That's what I was just about to. I was just about to touch on that. I feel like we're cool with exploiting ourselves, but we're not cool with the others doing it to us. When I say the others, I'm talking about Caucasians. I'm just gonna be real specific. When they try to do some sly, sneaky ish like that to us, everybody's in an uproar. But we don't have a problem doing it to ourselves. I remember back in the days. This was at least 15 years ago. I forgot what documentary this was. Excuse me. I remember Nas sitting in the whip. He got a phone call. I think it was a phone call from like Budweiser or Hennessy at the time, and he was like, "Nah, that's out. I ain't doing that. Nah, I don't care what they paying. I ain't doing that." Now he's with Hennessy. Correct me if I'm wrong. They probably came on in and cut him a big check, but at that time though, he was like, "Nah, I ain't doing that."
Well, look at the point in his career when he took that. He's already worth wild bread. So now that he came back, I mean, they really had to pay him for his value, and that might have been an issue too. Like, I'm not taking that chump change. Like,
True, but look,
Henny is disgusting.
But yeah, it is. But peep game, we the ones, our coaches, the ones that made Hennessy what it is to this day. All that free promotion. Everybody in their videos got a big ass bottle. They ain't cutting us no checks, man. So I feel them. Shmurda, if they want you to be holding up these fitteds, holding up these bags, blase this, blase that, man, show me some paperwork. Cut me a check. I just got out of jail. My family need money. Y'all wasn't sending my family no money when I was locked up. Come on, man. Told y'all don't give me the mic.
And that's my biggest issue is I feel like everybody was, free Bobby Shmurda, free this, free that,
Wax was like, come on, man, come on.
Oh, he a real dude and praising him. If y'all praising him and y'all feel this way, when that man came home, it's like, oh, everybody wants a photo op. But what are y'all really doing to make sure he's in a solid position? A, to not fall back in that cycle of recidivism. And two, how are y'all helping him be ready to just attack this music industry like the way he's supposed to and have his business all the way in order? You know what I mean?
Yo, this man just did
saying though.
Yeah,
Quavo
like,
bought him some whips and like.
Nigga, buying somebody some whips at those throwaway chains versus like, yo,
Nah, I'm saying though,
helping them have a game
Nah, I
plan.
get what you're saying, but you just say get his pat like his.
It's
his
like
rap
Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was buying everybody cars around him.
His
If you
rap joint
you said hello to Fetty Wap, he bought you an I-8 back in the day.
Like, listen, man. All that materialistic.
Nah, I definitely get what you know what I'm saying.
I ain't with all that, man.
Hey,
But you gotta think, as black people, man,
did y'all notice Quavo wearing the Mount Marcy
are even when
merch
you,
though?
Nah, I didn't notice it.
But Pete, you gotta think of it like this too. When you black and you rich, you're taking care of mad people. So when people like this do come home, you do want to show your love. But how so far can you do that? You know what I'm saying? That's
like he said, Mr. Esteban, excuse me. I feel like they exploit. It's exploitation.
I'm not
to
talking
me.
about that. Quavo ain't put nothing in his like material.
Oh, it was Offset, not Quavo. My bad. We were corrected. Rena Star corrected us. It was Offset, not Quavo.
Offset what? Quavo picked him up in the jet.
Quavo picked him up in the jet.
Oh, it was Offset in the Mount Marcy gear. My bad. Good looks. They all look alike to me. I'm not even gonna lie because I don't listen to the music, so I don't know who's who. And I'm not saying it to be mean or ignorant. But I don't know. I don't know the difference between who's who.
I get what you're saying on that. You know what I'm saying? Cats put their brand on him and they ain't cut no check. I'm not saying Quavo did any of that. He just flew him home in a jet
You just looked it up.
and bought him some like cars or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
But what does that do for him?
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying. You just said it can help his brand within rap himself. Like,
time to come home and be with his family. What if I don't know if he had kids? Yo, I want to come home. I want to see my kids. I want to see my mother. I want to see my girl. I want to get some buns. Don't stop trying to pull me left. Stop trying to pull me right. Like, bruh, let me live. Come see me in like a year and a half or year or two. I need to get back situated. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
So let me ask you this though: how you feel about rappers when they first come home and some of them pretty much damn near go straight to the studio?
That's fine because maybe their pockets is empty at that point. But the only reason everybody's all over this man is because he took time. He didn't snitch. They pretty much trying to show the difference between him not snitching and what exactly and what Tekashi did.
Right now,
you know what I'm saying?
Like dead ass. You know what I'm saying?
But
He's a symbol of hope for the hood.
But like it just gives too many like mixed messages to me.
I don't agree with the fact that you want home to like sit at home for like a year. I get what you're saying, get in tune back with your family and all, but home coming out and he got major
not a year, but I'm just saying, y'all know how I am,
Yeah,
yo. I don't like all this. Hey, yo, you my brother, bro. We ain't brothers. I don't know
Definitely.
you.
Basically,
I
you
don't
saying,
know
yo, you don't like the fake love.
Yeah, I don't like that
'Cause I
fake
understand
love,
what
man.
you're saying, too.
Nah, that's
A lot
out.
of these names that's out here doing stuff for
That's
them,
out.
I ain't see that prior to this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they built relationships within while he was doing these things. I don't know. They might have some connections. They might been have sent it home money. I don't know. But all I'm saying is like home got a buzz right now.
And
Get
they
out.
own it.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
So here's my thing.
See what happens.
We're gonna see what happens. I feel like
Definitely.
one, these dudes do need to get acclimated. Give them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know, see family, and then get in the studio. But I feel like when you come home and you got people pulling you left, right, it's like you're being set up to fall right back into the same situation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you do want to get in the studio because you got a little buzz because you coming home. So it's like capitalize on it while your name is still fresh.
But you don't even really know who to trust. Like
You don't.
Right.
For all these people to just be grabbing you by the collar and dragging you places, like, you want me to do this, you want me to do that, sign the paperwork. I don't even have a lawyer yet to look over any of this paperwork that y'all throwing in my face. Like, give me some time. Like, I feel like y'all trying to rush me to do some shit that could potentially be, detrimental to me and my family. Like, y'all could try to lock me into some type of deal that it looked fine up front. It looked like it looked like you throwing me $1 million up front, but with stipulations, I gotta pay back $800,000, and then I'm locked in to you for another $5 million. Like, come on, man, knock it off.
Let's do this. Like, let's say you was Bobby. You had the buzz. Like when you come home, how you laying it out? What you doing? I'll tell you first what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come home.
I just rambled.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come home.
I'm going silent for that first week.
Nah, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna do my duties, family duties, whatnot. Boom, ya, booyah. But in the same sense, I am putting that work because you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have a studio built in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Within the same sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put in that work, but I'm gonna be with the family while I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And laid back, you know what I'm saying? Eat a couple saltfish, callaloo patties, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? While the buzz is getting back up. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying, sit back, let that marinate for like a good month.
Sit back, relax.
Yes.
Catch your contact.
See how that
Sip the
plan out,
cognac.
see how that play out. You know what I'm saying?
Wash this money through this laundromat.
Then, you know what I'm saying, start transferring, you know, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, Wax, what would you do? You don't want to pass me the mic right now. Wax, what would you do?
Like I said, man, that first week I'm silent. Will I record? Yes. Will I be any like cameras, any of that in the studio? No. When I say silence, it's like damn near off the grid. Like I'll be working, putting the music together.
And that's what I mean.
But you're not gonna
by
catch
being
me at
with
no
family.
events,
That's-
anything like that. I want to just come home, put the work together, let me relax, be with the family, and then knock them upside the head with the material all at once. But I already know this can drag out with y'all too, cause y'all passionately into it. So I wanna.
You know this is interesting.
No, it definitely is. But I want to switch up this topic real quick. So I had shared.
I ain't get to go.
You did get to go. No, my bad, player. Go
You
ahead.
said, what would I do?
You're right. You didn't answer that. My
I'll
bad.
make it quick. All right. I'll make this quick. This is what I would do. I'm going to come home, off top. I'm getting me a good meal. I'm getting me some good buns. All right, off top. I've been locked up for 6 years. I need food. I need buns. Okay.
And a good shower.
And a good shower. Next, here's my stipulations. Anybody want to interview me? I need 5,000. Anybody want a verse from me? I need 15,000. If you don't come at me with 5,000 for an interview, I'm not talking to nobody. If you need a verse from me in the beginning, because y'all don't know what I can do as of yet, I need 15,000. And then once I start buzzing again, I'm bumping it up to 30,000. And then as soon as I get real hot and I drop a hot single, it's gonna be 100,000. Stop playing with me, because I know a lot of you cats out there right now that's buzzing is getting 100,000 a verse, and I need in too. Y'all really want to show me love? I need 100,000.
That's exactly why I wanted to ask that, because you know I knew Bubbington was gonna break it down like that. And you know, yeah, we all on the same page, it seems like, with this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come home, be with the family, booyaka. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm going to do to you. And, and you know.
Do the buns?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, get some food, you know, play with the children, boom, and then get to work. Yes, definite.
Hey, yo. So last week, remember I showed y'all that meme that was posted on Twitter, and it basically said who did it better? Dude who plays Franklin Saint, or homie that plays Tariq. Yep. All right, so Snowfall, season 4, fire.
Yep.
But listen, y'all not gonna like what I have to say. I'm rolling with Tariq, and this is why. Tariq solves his problems a little more smoother than Franklin does. He's a little faster on his feet than Franklin is.
Okay.
Franklin's playing a character that's within a different time frame.
First of all,
And that's what I said. It wasn't fair, but
First of all, Tariq ain't never take no hot lead in his back. Okay? Tariq can't even hold a gun properly.
yeah,
all right?
but Tariq is fast on his feet.
Listen, bruh. Right now, Franklin is messed up because he been lit up by his shorty that he was in love with until she turned into a pager. Okay? But as far as the whole series, you're not touching Snowfall right now. Power Book 2 is not touching Snowfall.
How do you feel like it started off, though? Do you like the way they kicked off?
What?
10 times better, especially the way the season ended.
What?
No, I'm saying the season 3 ending was terrible.
Listen.
The kickoff of this.
Listen. I don't think it ended terribly. I think it ended all right, but the way Snowfall kicked off, man, drop the mic. Fire.
The connections
me.
to that season ending
Fire.
is what?
This last episode?
Bananas. No, I got a few minutes left on that one. I didn't see that one. But the first one, because you know they released 2 parts.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched it, like this guy here, make sure you check it out. What else y'all watching, man?
The Sinner. Not
WandaVision
Shaq
for
shit.
me.
Sinner. Sinner. The Sinner. With my man Bill Pullman. It's 3 seasons. I went through 1 and 2. They're different. I say that as in like you could watch season 2 and not you could watch season 3. You don't gotta watch season 1. You know what I'm saying? But it is the same cop. You know what I'm saying? I could say that. And it's a suspenseful type of ordeal. You know what I'm saying? It usually involves somebody being murdered or something like that, killed and something like that. And it goes through the plots of, it goes through the characters' whole, backgrounds or whatnot, and
Something
how
like that.
things played out and panned out, something like that.
Word.
Exactly. Because when you say something like that, it keeps it broad. I don't want to tell you. All right. So something like that.
Gotcha.
Well, outside of Snowfall, I've been doing my thing with my wife. I've been watching some of the little lady joints. I'm saying like the Marriage Huntsville. That's my joint.
Hold up. Did you watch Bridgerton?
No.
Watch Bridgerton. Don't sleep.
Nah.
Don't look
Nah.
interesting at all.
And-
Bridgerton hard, bro.
She watched it.
That-
She watched it.
90 Day Fiance, my
Bridgerton
wife got
hard,
me
man.
on. That's popping. Marriage at First Sight. I wish a mother effer would.
Let me just say, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Duke. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Where WandaVision for me, bro, and it's true what they say. If anybody has or hasn't watched it, watch it. The first 2-3 episodes, you're gonna kind of be scratching your head, but once end of episode 3 comes, end of episode 3 going into 4, you're like, whoa, glued to it. But yeah, man, moving along. All right, so moving along, we're gonna make this a 2-part episode. So we got part 1, part 2 this go around. So we just covered all of our TV shows, news, all that good stuff. Now let's jump into that music. We got some new music to talk about. Partial reviews that we just gonna do what we listening to. 15 seconds or less. Shout out to YouTube. Please don't bang us for another copyright claim. It's all in fun. And yeah, so catch us on the next episode, player.